Hello everybody, ADG here with a Will It Run video for you. This is supposed to be a new Chicago Great Western Kato RS2 from Kato, as you can see right over here, number 55. I actually think I have another one of these. I need them for other projects where I need the frame. Watch my previous video on how I ran into that problem with that other locomotive. I'm not going to go into details. There was an RSC2 that I bought that didn't work out. That's where some of the parts are coming from, unfortunately. This particular engine was advertised, however, as being brand new and not being used, so I'll be the judge of that. I also want to know if it actually runs. Now here's why I have sort of a pessimistic attitude. To start with, before I even take this out of the box, I can tell the box has got an enormous amount of wear on it. Now, it could just be from storage, but I see here there was some tape on it. There's some glue here, some more residue around here. That typically doesn't happen with an engine that's just been sitting back stock in a shop, hobby shop, etc. There are also a lot of scratches on it, and yeah, maybe wear and tear, but it looks to me like this has seen some action. The next thing before I even take the lid off that tells me this has probably been around the layout a few times, if you will. Yeah, no bad pun. Is the fact that there are supposed to be Rapido-style couplers in this little space here, and they're not there. Now, it is possible someone at some point sort of cannibalized this locomotive's couplers for the sake of using them for something else, because the Rapido couplers are becoming ever more difficult to come by these days, so I get that. But at the same time, a brand new locomotive should have all of its parts, including those. So I'm starting to question that at this point. So, let's take this thing out of the package. I have not unboxed this yet, so you're seeing this as I am. Ooh, I'm going to carefully lift this out. These things are probably the hardest to get out without damaging anything. Okay, and here we are underneath the hood. And here's the next indication that this has seen some action. The wheels are very dirty. I don't know how well this is. Let me get you a little bit more light here. I'll turn on my booster light. Just filthy. So this has very clearly been around the layout, as I said before, quite a bit. Looks like someone tried to clean this up at one point, but these front wheels here have caked dirt on them. Either someone tried to clean this up before they sold it to me and didn't notice it, or didn't know it was old. Whatever the case, this is not a new engine from what I can tell. So anyway, I'm told that this is not a DCC converted engine. I'm going to set it up with an analog transformer and see how it does. I've got my old school Bachmann power pack, which I've nicknamed Buzzy over here because, well, he buzzes quite a bit. I'm going to place this guy right on my track here and turn my power strip on for my workbench, my makeshift workbench over here, and see what happens. Okay, it's humming. Well, this is, of course, humming. Buzzy, of course, always hums. Let's now throttle her up. Ooh. Ooh, I keep forgetting how sensitive that power pack is, but very clearly this does run quite well. But it looks like this is not what I would quite call new. It's very aggressive on the throttle here. It's in very good shape, I will say, but it is not new. I'd have to question how new this thing is. Problem with a lot of people do, I think, that they're not familiar with the N-scale hobby or trains in general. They'll see one of these in a package and assume, oh, it must be brand new. The fact is that package is necessary to keep the engine safe. Without that package, these engines risk a lot of damage. That's the reason why experienced hobbyists will hang on to them, because they want to make sure that they don't get the engines damaged when they're put away for storage. But yeah, it appears that this has had some action on it. So I'm going to probably have to talk to the seller and see if they're willing to do something for me, because from what I can tell here, this engine's been around. It runs very well. It's not necessarily terrible. In fact, it really isn't terrible, but it's not brand new either. So anyway, this is a quick little ready to run will it run video. The answer is, will this guy run? And he will. And that's going to do it for this particular video. If you liked it, as always, give it the thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Please like and subscribe. And as always, keep the middle side down.